Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, well, we have the Strv S1 standard tank. Well, what's so good about it? I don't know. I'm just going to go and buy it and find out and do a review for you. So I will soon know what this is like. So, purchase. Yes, let's purchase it. See, I'm going to do this for you. So bear with me. I'm just going to put in my details, get this sorted, and then we'll get in and have a look at it and see how it compares. So bear with me. Okay, they say thank you. Is it a thank you? We will find out. So bear with me as we get into the game. Okay, we're in. And also there's the Jag Tiger 88. So we'll have a look and see how it compares between, well, not just this little Swedish bad boy. So let's go and work our way through. Let's go and have a look at, well, in fact, let's have a look at the German premium, not German, the premium tank destroyers and see what we've got. So bear with me. Now it's actually getting quite a number at the moment. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 premium tank destroyers at the moment. These guys are pretty pants. So send to the barracks. Actually, let's send them all to the barracks. Send the crew to the barracks. And then, I do like this model. It's actually a pretty nice looking model. I do like the look of the Swedish tanks. So back to the barracks. Let's go in. Go for Swedish. There we go. Sweden. All vehicles. And we'll go down. Let's take those guys out. Dismiss. Yep. Dismiss. Yes. As it's a premium tank, you don't need to have the special crew. And you noticed I've got a couple of girls up here. Always nice. So let's go and have a look. So that is... Let's make sure I've got no other 50%ers in. Right. For now, let's go in and see who we can add to this bad boy. So working our way down, should be a commander and driver. Let's actually... Where are our crew? So let's go for the Swedish non-premium. Swedish non-premium. Swedish. And looks pretty similar to me. Yeah. So between that and this, it's a little bit taller. Between the UDIS 03 and the S tank, the S1. Pretty nice looking. But let's send the crew to the barracks. Boom, that's them sent. Then we hop into the S1. Where are you? There you go. You can come in and say hello. Then we get this new little girl. That's okay. You're in, and then you as well. Yeah, you can come in as well. Looking pretty good. So as you're sort of stuck in position and you want camo, let's get to camo. What do we want to boost things up? Let's look at the basic details. Spotting 467 meter, very, very nice with the binoculars. So any additional items, let's go for improved vents. Yeah, let's go for that. Improved vents to start off. Yeah, what's not to like? Mount. And, well, gun rammer. Also, what's not to like? Or, let's have a look at the camo rating. More shots are always fantastic, so bear with me. I need to go and get some more. Don't have enough gold. I need to get some more gold. So, you need to sort out... So, for now, I would say at this stage, I would be putting in a gun rammer. Now, go for a gun rammer. This is a standard gun on this. We are looking 288, 330 with APCR, the better APCR, and 53 with HE. Fast firing gun. Let's get some AP rounds. I'd rather have some than none. Well, I'm gonna have to use a bit of premium. So let's go for about, ooh, that I missed, but and a little bit of HE, and then bump that back up. Okay. We don't even have enough money for standard ammo. Oh my goodness. Let's put that back down. Oh my goodness. I need to grind some credits. I've been spending too much money on these tanks recently. Oh, okay. Coffee with cinnamon. Yeah, why not? We've got that ready to rock and roll. Large repair kit and fire extinguisher. No, let's go for normal order. We'll sort that out. Boom. That's the organization, and then I'm going to change that for credits. It was so nice the weekend. There we go. There we go. We are set up and ready for our first battle. Bear with me. I've got a dry throat. I'm just going to go and grab a quick drink before we do this, and I'm actually do a review and compare this, what I was intending, with the two tanks, not just the Swedish. We'll have a look at the premiums. This is what I was looking at the beginning, is to compare it to the Rheinmetal Skorpion and the Jagdtiger 88, the Pack 43 Jagdtiger, which is available at the moment. So bear with me, and we'll get into a comparison with the overpowered Skorpion, or the Rheinmetal G. So we shall see how this compares, and I've got a feeling this is going to do incredibly well in comparison to the Rheinmetal. So but in a very different way. So bear with me as I just get my drink, and then we will have a look even more at this tank, and we get into a first game. So see you in a minute. Hi guys, right, so we're back after coffee. Always a good situation to be in. Let's have a look. Well, first of all, let's have a look at how this looks. It is a very nice looking model, and in comparison to the tier 8 Swedish, the normal one, this gun is fixed. But it gives you a slightly more bouncy area, and it's got 30mm of armour. Then we come to the mobility, and we'll have a look at these comparisons in a second. So let's just get in. I've got a number of vehicles to compare it to. So what we're going to do is have a look straight at the comparison. So let's see. You can see concealment 1012, and you're thinking, how? What? Yeah. So these points, this is where you're really... So spotting and concealment is where this lives and dies. That's the name of the game with this tank. Even in comparison to the UDIS 03. It loses out of mobility, survivability and firepower, but getting into positions is its thing. 66% camo as a stationary vehicle. Just under double the Skorpion, over double the UDIS, and triple the camo rating of the Jagdtiger. On the move, 32% on the move. Just absolutely epic. You're looking 10-12% more than the UDIS 03. You're looking similar sort of levels, 17% better than the Skorpion, 19, almost 20% better than the Jagdtiger on the move. The concealment of this thing is just amazing. It really is, and that's on the move. Then we come to spotting. Well, you run it with binoculars, because you get it into siege mode, and suddenly, well, your binoculars, you can turn from side to side, and your binoculars are effective. So it gives you an effective view range of 506 meters. What's not to like? Yeah, you're going to spot them, they're not going to see you. Your camouflage rating, even if you're just there scouting, you're spotting for your team, they're taking advantage, and then you open up with the gun. So you're thinking, oh well, signal range isn't going to be as good. It's almost 1,000 meters. It's at worst 176 meters more than the Jagdtiger 88. It's huge. You can spot like nobody's business for your team. So, as a spotter, you blow the others away completely. You've got to think about the mobility, and you've got to be aware of your surroundings. Because there's an issue with the power to weight ratio. It's got similar power to weight as the Skorpion G. But with the Skorpion G, you roll in, you've got firepower, hit power, you've got 100 additional alpha on the Skorpion G. they've got similar mobility, but the concealment of the S-Tank is 12% better than the Skorpion, far better than the others, and then you get into position and you're between 10 and 50% better than the other tanks in position. So we then have to have a look at the DPM that this has got. Oh yes, power to weight. It's very similar, just slightly less than the Skorpion. It's 16.22. It's not medium sort of levels, but in comparison to the Jagdpanzer 88, Jagdtiger 88, it's blisteringly fast. But the JT88 got armor. Oh dear, what? Oh, and think about the 88mm gun. He's going to be firing at you. You're going to be bouncing the shots from the front. So you make sure you're angled at over 70 degrees. His shots won't even penetrate you because you're under 90mm. So Jagdtiger against an STRV, you're dead. Jagdtiger is dead. Let's have a look at the firepower at this stage. Firepower-wise, Alpha, 240 with the Jagdtiger, 390, the same as the User 03. Very, very nice. Then you come to the penetration, 288mm. You're looking at the armour on the Jagdtiger, 255mm if I remember rightly. Where's the armour? Bear with me a second. Survivability. 250mm, yeah, 250, 255, whatever, this gun is going to go straight through it. So, yeah, SCRV against the Jagdtiger 88, bye-bye Jagdtiger 88. You then come to the average is up. You then come to the rate of fire. This is not even in hold down mode. When you're in siege mode, we'll have a look at that as we compare it to the Skorpion G. So we will see that, but this damage, 2,600 damage, is better, 300 better than the Uzo 3, but these are both in non-siege mode. So comparing them, it's not far behind the Skorpion G, which is a beast on the battlefield. That additional 100 alpha makes the Skorpion G unique. So you've got similar mobility to the Skorpion G, far better camo rating, and a hull that's going to laugh at the Jagdtiger 88 as your gun takes it to pieces. The only place it can really hit you is the Commander's Cupola, which with the Jagdtiger 88 actually is about the only thing that it can do, and if it aims, you'll still probably win because of the additional damage you can do. So yeah, and that's if he does spot you in the first place. You will spot him, you get the first shot, one-on-one, Jagdtiger 88, even though it's got the additional hit points, is probably going to lose. I would say 80% of the time the Jagdtiger 88 will lose. We then come, let's have a look. So mobility, power to weight is down. We then need to look and compare it to the, let's have a look, let's get in, right, comparing it to the Skorpion G. This is standard non-siege mode, so we've looked at the mobility. Oh yes, speed around, we are looking 50 kmh if I remember rightly. Mobility, oh, this is in siege mode. There we go, yeah, 50, compared to the 60 that the Rheinmetal has got. Reversing 45 kmh compared to 20. Yeah, reversing when you're out of siege mode and you're thinking siege mode is going to be really difficult to get in. Well, it thinks about 2 seconds to get into siege mode. Let's have a look. Where is it? Find the siege mode thing. I believe it's 2 seconds. I can't see the 2 seconds right now, but in comparison to the standards, the Uzo 03, the 2 seconds to get in and out of siege mode is absolutely nothing. So very, very nice. So this is standard mobility, hardly any difference in the power to weight. Traversing, there's about 4 degrees in it, the Rheinmetal has got it. We then come to the terrain resistance. Hard terrain, the Skorpion is better. Effective 29 degrees a second compared to 25. Medium, you gain a little bit back, so it's 24 compared to 23. Soft terrain, 13.8 compared to just under 12. The terrain resistance is 1.34, which is not that good, but in comparison to the Skorpion, it loses out quite badly. Medium is identical at 1.44. Soft terrain, 2.49, so it improves above the Skorpion and sort of balances. And soft terrain, you can actually gain a little bit on a Skorpion because the balance between the terrain resistance and the power to weight ratio will put it in your favour, I would say. Gun elevation, 3 degrees less than the Skorpion. Gun depression, 11 degrees, incredibly good. 4 degrees more, so this is a ridgeline warrior. Then we come to that hull armour. Similar, it's actually got better armour than the Skorpion, but hey, neither here nor there. Engine health, very good, 400 hit points. Tracks are not quite as strong at 200 instead of 220. Ammo rack is 40 points better at 240. View range is slightly lacking at 350, but put binoculars on and you'll outspot him with no worries at all. Chance of fire, 10% chance of fire. The radio we know is fantastic. Then we come to, oh yes, shell velocity. Standard shell velocity, just under 1.5 kilometers a second, or 1450 meters a second, compared to 920 with the Rheinmetal. Very, very fast firing gun. Now we come to the dispersion. We need to put it into siege mode. You can get 0.38 and you're thinking it's rubbish, but this isn't in siege mode. So let's have a look at siege mode. The DPM, 2,400. We saw that you can get up to about 2,600 with the right settings. So think it's going to be about 2,600. But it's a little bit less than the Rheinmetal. Penetration is better. Reload, much better. Dispersion, 0.29. Not, well, it's identical to the Rheinmetal. Very, very nice. Traversing, it's 0.01 better. But you'll see with the gun, it's got a very fine arc of fire. You have to move the tank to get any slight variances and to try and bring the gun onto target, which is why it needs to be able to move and aim, and that's why it needs this additional accuracy. Then we look after firing. It's got quite a bad bloom after firing and on the move, so you have to watch out what you're doing when you have to turn the tank. But it's because of having a gun stuck in the hull, so you've got to bear that in mind. When you're in siege mode, then you have a top speed of 8 kmh, which in comparison to the Uzo 3, I think is a 5 kmh. So the additional 3 is pretty good. Reversing, it's 8 compared to the 5 of the Udis, but the Skorpion's got 20. Traversing, when you're in siege mode, you've got 36.5 degrees a second. Very, very nice. And your traverse increases and you're more mobile. The terrain resistance is fantastic, but you've still only got top speed of 8. So you're not going to go blistering around. So this is a quick look at the tank. Let's have a look at the 3D model. So you can see the armor. There we go. From the front, aiming at your targets, you can see the front plate can be penetrated, but this is a bigger caliber gun. If you're hit, as I said, with a gun of 90 calibers or less, 90 mil or less, it'll bounce off this front plate. These blue areas at the side, these are areas over the tracks. It won't penetrate and do damage. So the only place that can is from these two hooks at the front. In between the two hooks is the only place you can be hit, or the commander's cupola, which is a relatively small target, but it's only 15 mil of armor. So this is where someone with a lower caliber gun could potentially shoot you. The sides, not very bouncy. The tracks can potentially eat shots as well. So if you've angled, more angles on the front, and you can absorb shots from these sides as well. So it's actually this area here you can be penetrated. Below, this area, this hitbox will absorb shots. Underneath, there's a very small area above the tracks which can be penetrated. Below and above the tracks, there's a small area that can be penetrated, and the lower plate can be penetrated as well as the commander's cupola. So watch out for heat rounds which can penetrate your front very easily. So that's one issue. Tanks running heat can penetrate you, but normal APCR, this will bounce very readily if they've got less than 90 mil on the gun. So that's the tank in essence, and how it compares to the Rheinmetal. So it's very similar DPM wise, very similar mobility, but far better on concealment. Gun handling is very similar as well. So let's get back to the looking at the tank and then get into the first game with this. I've got pins and needles in my hand, so I'm just going to pause and I will be back and we'll get into the first game. Okay, we're back. Less tingly, so let's have a look. Oh yes, I'm still setting it up. I'm going, even though I've got now got the credits to be able to get the gun rammer. I'm going to test it out with a camo net and see how well we can run it. It's basically a more sneaky, stealthy little thing. And we'll see exactly how we can run it with the camo net rather than the DPM. So see what this is like. First game. I would suspect that the gun rammer will be very, very good. But let's see what we can do. So here we are, 252s, 112 on the opposing team. We've got a nice bit of penetration. We don't have a huge amount of premium with this. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to move in, head over, and take it to the enemy. Let's close this in and see what we can do. It is a very nice looking tank. And yeah, let's have a look. Very nice indeed. So let's test out that speed. Looking at the gun handling. Let's go around these medium tanks. Oops, some of our guys are playing catch with it. Oh no, and he stopped to shoot his friend. Oh, don't you love these low-level games? There's a little bit of RT. So we'll get into position. The mobility's quite good. Oh dear, and they're shooting each other. Don't you love that? Press X to get into siege mode. Straight through the front. So we've got camo, but we haven't got... Oh, straight through the front of a 252. Nice penetration. Straight through the front of the Lurva. The pen on this is epic. Absolutely epic. Try a shot, there's no one there. Try and move them out of the way. Any shots up to that? No, rocks in the way. But we're moving from side to side and we've still got the binoculars kicking in. So being in this stealthy position, being able to fire and keep the camo and the binoculars running. I'm just going to go and cover the other side, so so bear with me. Time to get out of siege mode. Turning. And that's it, we're up to 45 km, so we're going to move in, try and get into position, help with the STA-2. 2 tanks to 3 lost. But as you saw, the punchiness of the gun, even without premium, is just going straight through the Lurva, straight through the 252, like they were Swiss cheese. This gun is something else. And that's one of the fantastic things about the Swedish. Very, very nice indeed. So a little bit of problems. You can see 30, 31 kmh going up a hill. Even with food, the power to weight is an issue. So it's no speed demon, but very much like the Rheinmetal. So yeah, STA coming through that way. Let's see what we can do. Try and move into position. Work this ridge. Come over here and then wait for the settings to go in. Straight through the 111. Achilles down that way. I'm going to try and get a shot in on him in a minute. E25 hiding. Medium coming round. Gun wasn't quite fast enough. No, it was my accuracy. My brain wasn't fast enough. Bounced. Did a crit, but bounced. And to be able to turn and still keep the binoculars in place. Ah, that was me. Let's move forward. E4, spot. Come on, do something, dude. Idiot E4, but hey, he is what he is. Okay, first proper kill in this. Time to get back. Very accurate gun. Very punchy gun. Time not to be here. 2 seconds to get the flock out of dodge. Let's move over to the corner to try and deal with this TVP coming around that way. They can expect me to be on the hill. Let's see what we can do. WN8 of 4849 at the moment. Oh, crap. Yeah, that was entertaining. WN8 of just under 6,000. You can't do that in a bad tank. The rest of my team weren't the best. I think we got high caliber then. Yeah, it's showing high caliber. Any tank that you can do a high caliber, even without... Can you imagine if this had had a gun rammer on it? So we've just come out, first game, high caliber. Let's see how we did. So, yeah. Is it a good tank? High caliber, third class. 1130 base experience, 103,000 credits on a lost game. What's not to like? Is this a good tank? 1 kill, 472 base experience, 3,600 damage. First game. You can't do that in a bad tank. So let's have a look at the detailed report. 13 shot, 10 hit, 9 of the 10 that hit penetrated. Huge range, 3,000 points from over 300 meters. Blocked some damage as well. Coach resistance. Came away with 90,000 credits on a loss game and 1,243 experience on a loss game. Yeah, this has got double pause. This is even quadruple pause. This feels a really strong contender. The difference between 5 seconds and 3 seconds when you press the X to get you out of there, that 45 kmh is enough to move you around. Yes, you need a bit more for the hills. You've got to think about where you're going, what you're doing, and working the ridges. But this tank, very, very nice. I'm impressed. Very good tank. Yeah. So is it worth the package price? So let's go and have a look at that. I'm just going to pause this and call up the screen. Bear with me a second. Okay, so the standard detail... Yeah, this Supreme version. No, I'm not even going to look at that. Standard version, £34.51. Is this worth £34.51? In my opinion, yes. It's a really, really strong contender. A really strong tank. £34.51. How does it compare to other tier 8s? So let's see. £34. Is it worth as much as... It's worth less than an IS-6. So it's better value than an IS-6. Better value than a T-34, than a Lerva. Not as good value as the 8 cent as the Panther 88, but it's a better tank. In my opinion, it's a better tank. So it's lower priced than, I would say, similar, comparable sort of tanks. And I would say it's a lower price for a tank which is actually better. Let's have a look at the other ones. Now, at the moment, we've got the Jagdtiger available. So let's see what you can get. So 4,100 gold. So you get the tank 4,100. So £43.40. Let's have a look for that much gold. We are looking, the price of it, say you're looking 5,500 gold, you're looking about £17. So say you're looking about £14, say. £14 worth of gold. So let's knock £14 off the price of this. So you're looking about £19. That's actually not a bad deal. So £19 for the Jagdtiger 88. Nice deal. And I'll link into a review of the Jagdtiger 88. But of these two tanks, which is better? Is the S1, or the S tank as I call it, is it worth the additional £10, £12? Definitely. Yeah, it's that much better. Swedish, you need less of a crew, but wow, out of the box, this is something else. It's a really nice tank. The Jagdtiger 88, good fun, a little bit sluggish around the battlefield. This, oh, it's a loss game. But the tank itself, how did we actually do? Looking at those details, there we go. Efficiency 1600, WN8 3670. And I was thinking it was around about 4,000 points, but that's, you know, efficiency, WN8 of 3,600. First game, never played it before. It's a good tank. It is a really good tank. High caliber. You don't get on a bad tank over 100,000 points, 100,000 credits. You don't get on a bad tank. So, conclusion, this is a good tank. It's a very good tank. What's not to like? It depends. Are you running your way up through the Swedish line? If you are, then this would be very, very nice to have. 3,600 points of damage. Yeah. I'm liking it very, very much. High caliber in the first game. Third class. 1130 experience on a loss. Says it all. You know, that's it. The S-Tank, yeah, I'm all for it. It's a very good tank. It's worth the money in my book. You don't have to get it. If you're not running the Swedish line, don't bother, you know. Is it a tank that you want to buy? Actually, is it a tank? Thinking about that question, is it a tank that you would want for being slightly OP? Actually, it's as good as the Rheinmetal. It's more stealthy. The mobility, it feels slightly more mobile around the battlefield, even though they're commensurate. They're very similar in their style, but because this is more stealthy, I think this has got the edge. The gun handling feels better than the Rheinmetal. The way it operates. You're there, you're in position, you're hiding, you hold down, your camo and your camo net. That was me running it with a camo net. And I would actually say that the camo net being in operation all the time, along with the binoculars, gives you the edge over the Skorpion. As well as having that additional 10-20% of camo bonus. This makes this tank this is a great tank, a really great tank, and I think even if I wasn't running the and working my way up the Swedish line, I would want this because I feel that this is slightly OP. I'm not getting it because it's OP. I'm getting it because it's good, and it's worth the money. Well, and that I get all the tanks. So there is that. There is the fact that I get all the tanks. So yeah, for me, this is one to have in my garage and to play, because this feels really, really good. You don't feel like it's overpowered, you feel like it's fun and easy, and as you saw in that game, what you can do with it. So, yeah. Big, big pause from the bear. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. Thank you very, very much. Bye, guys. Bye.
We've had our ups and downs, our fair share of battles lost, heirs killed, and comets sighted. But we're still making Paradox games. Now I prepare to stand before you at our first public convention in Stockholm. A body crafted to perfection through years of sitting at a computer.
That sounds like me. Well, talking about going to Paradox and PDXCon, myself and Little Miss Bear, we've been invited as special guests of Paradox, so we are going to be there. And it's coming up on the 13th and 14th of May this year, 2017. And yes, we will be there, so we shall see you there. So I'm going to let this carry on running.
A catalogue of games to be proud of. And a mindset to remember the fans that share their stories with us. Come to PDXCon. It's our way of saying thanks.
So, yes, I've got my camera ready, with got my steady cam ready. So this is what I'm going to be taking. My nice little 80D video all set up, ready to rock and roll. And on the other side, I've got my little Canon lens, 70 to 200, plus another couple of lenses. This bad boy ready to rock and roll. All the stuff. Little Miss Bear and I. It's going to be great fun. So roll on the Paradox in May. This is going to be fantastic. 13th and 14th of May over in Stockholm, Sweden. We will see you there. Have a great time. Thank you so much for watching. This will be linked through. There are lots more episodes from Heart of Iron and other games which will be coming up from the Paradox stable. So thank you so much for watching. This side of the gaming, not just the tanking, but Paradox, it's all about gaming, and that's why I've gone for the name Gaming Bear. You know, otherwise it would be World of Tanks Bear, you know? It's not World of Tanks Bear, it's Gaming Bear. So it's about gaming, it's about having fun, and partying. So, yeah. So I will see you in Sweden, and have a great time till then, and just carry on gaming and have a fantastic time. So we'll be there doing autographs, signings, all sorts of stuff, and, well, bringing the fun and having lots. And so look out for me in on my crutches, my wheelchair, with Little Miss Bear, and the bears will be there. So see you at PDXCon in Stockholm. Till then, bye.
Between the 13th and 14th of May.
You're invited to join us
at Gamla Riksarkivet
in Stockholm.
Party, check.
There will be a costume contest.
Check. Meet your friends from the community in real life.
And visit our seminars.
Get your own goodie bag.
And have your favorite developers sign
something.
Anything.
A piece of paper.
Whatever you like, I guess.
Sorry, can I take a picture?
So, why come?
I don't know. This will be the first time
you can participate.
It's the premiere.
That's why.
Come to the gates. But don't forget
to buy yourself a ticket.
Otherwise, you can't come in?
Progress. Peace. Our Federation prospering beyond imagination. Intense efforts in diplomacy, scientific research, and strategic alliances have helped us create numerous worlds where multitudes of species coexist and thrive.
We have grown stronger, more secure. Through conquest, we have annexed foreign territories and their resources, allowing us to build and reinforce our empire.
But with the discovery of the sphere, everything changed. It promises the dawn of a new age for our civilization.
This could be the key to the next phase of our history.
The energy potential would enable us to eradicate the last deadly diseases of our world and secure the resources needed for generations to come.
We will control the entire galaxy, allowing us to finally forge order from chaos.
We will do this for freedom, for the future of our people.
For structure and progression, for our path leads to Utopia.
So, yes, ParadoxCon is going to be fantastic. Meeting up with other developers. We've met up with Paradox before and discussed it with them, and we've been on the beta testing of several products and helping to promote things. So, Paradox and, well, they're not the only game developer alongside Wargaming that we're working with at the moment. So, there's lots more coming in the future with other developers as well as World of Tanks. So very, very neat. Put in the comments your questions about what you'd like to know, how things are going, what's upcoming, and we'll just let you know about the things we're allowed to talk about. So thank you again for watching, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.